Who can tell me I'm wrong for how I'm getting this paper? Life is there, we can make it live, but ain't nobody gon' save us. So I can really give a damn if you think that I'm wrong or right. I'm a hustle all day, I'm a hustle all night. Don't.
Hey man, what is he doing?
Just a doggone minute. What in the world are we doing, Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, and the Dallas Cowboys? Please let me know. We done hired Brian Schottenheimer as the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. And then the roundabout way Jerry said he took a big risk. He basically was saying, oh dude didn't have no suitors, but he's taking a risk on. Man, can you imagine you trying to date a girl and you tell this girl in her face that you taking a big risk dating her? Do that make me feel good to want to date you? No. She gonna tell you going about your business. What Brian Schottenheimer did. Then Jerry said the man has baggage. For real? And the dude sitting right there? How you gonna tell the man he got baggage? Come on, dog. You think Dallas ain't got no baggage? Dallas got a whole bunch of baggage. And that baggage is 80-something years old. And he ain't going nowhere. He already said it. He bought the team. It's his team, his baby. He doing what he want to do. And then you got Stephen Jones giving air quotes, talking about people said that we ain't been nowhere in 29 years. We in a drought. Dude, y'all in the Sahara Desert. You're in more than just a drought. It's the Sahara Desert. Dallas ain't going nowhere, and they probably won't go nowhere next year, and that's year 30. And this is coming from a Dallas Cowboy diehard fan. Just a doggone man. Get it together.
What up? It's the $2 Sports Talk Show. It's not my fault. It's Drone's Big Dog Picks, baby. What's going on? Oh, we got the fellas in the room right here on TAAN TV, the African American Network. We have a local feel and a global reach. Right there and on the right side, we have Mr. Mark Howard, the resident comedian, the comedian professor. Yeah, what's going on, Mark?
Hey, just so you know, I've told a girl I'm taking a big risk dating her before. You know, I say, hey, this is a big risk. Because my wife find out it's going to be a whole problem. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, then we got Mr. Shades himself, cause I don't know why he got shades, cause ain't no sunshine, cause he's always gone. Mr. Vance
He blocking that glare from that dome.
To get that all that mess y'all throwing out, so I gotta have a shield. That star killing me with that.
He blinding his eyes. He protecting his eyes from that chrome dome from shining.
Hey.
We missing one, Mr. LU himself. He's out celebrating his wife. He's doing his honeydews, and so we don't want him to get in trouble. He has to celebrate his wife. It's her birthday. Happy birthday, Miss Bridget. We love you and thank you for lending.
Happy birthday, Miss Bridget.
Philonomics.
He's not the only resident Lynx tonight. You understand? L's up over here too.
But his L's mean
keep acting like you forget.
All right, y'all heard just a doggone minute and the Dallas Cowboys. Let's talk about that a little bit. Jerry Jones in the press conference. Jerry is basically Jerry being Jerry. It's what you expect from him. He's the modern day Al Davis. He's sitting at the
he ain't Al Davis, but he's crazy.
This is just crazy. This man just straight up tell you what he feel. It's like one of them older people that they didn't reach that certain pinnacle of age and they just say what they feel, don't care whether you sit next to them or not. They just speak their mind, and that's basically what he did at the press conference. Tell the man he taking a risk on him. Telling the man he got baggage. Basically telling the man, hey dude, wasn't nobody thinking about you. Didn't nobody care about you. You was that ugly girl sitting in the corner, wasn't getting no suitors, and I felt sorry for you, and I decided to come holler at you. So you need to be happy. And Brian Schottenheimer sat there like the lonely girl and didn't say nothing. What do you think about all this, Mark?
Man, honestly, I am not tripping about this. I get the words that get said. I mean, we're used to Jerry Jones. It's not gonna be like Jerry Jones is gonna make a big 180 and flip how he gets down. So we can't be surprised at that. Um, and I'm gonna tell you what's made me even less worried about it too than I was. I was a little bit like, I listened to an interview with Troy Aikman. And Troy Aikman didn't address and didn't deal with it, but what he said was real. Is that what I love? What he said is that yeah, he might not have been the hot name like other coordinators and stuff like that, but they're first time coaches. But any person coming in as a first time coach is a risk. There's no guarantees. There's no guarantee that Ben Johnson or Aaron Glenn are going to turn out to be great coaches. Hey, Eberflus came from what? He was not a head coach, got the job. How'd that work? So we have to see. Schottenheimer was someone that people were looking at and interested in. Comes from a good lineage. I know he knows the game. He knows the game very well. And to be honest with you, the players for the Cowboys give him a ringing endorsement. That means he's a player's guy. So, don't get me wrong. Usually the assistant coach is the one that everybody likes more than the head coach. I know that from personal experience. But But I'm about to get into an accident. Uh, no, um, but I would say to you that not too worried. At the end of the day, we could get. I think the hype got around Deion Sanders, and that's everybody because Michael Irvin is killing me, dude. Really, Michael Irvin is killing me with this. So it's like, dude, come on, get it, that's your boy. But if he wanted to, he would have pushed the envelope. He obviously didn't want to coach NFL, and he said that. And I'm gonna take him for his word. Lastly, I just wrap it up. I'm just saying is that we're going to find out one way or the other. One thing we do know, until that man either goes senile or die, God forbid, Jerry Jones gonna be Jerry Jones. He is who he is.
Well, Stephen Jones made some comments at the Senior Bowl. He said Dallas basically to sum it up. He said in so many words, Dallas has not been doing good. We can't keep doing the same thing over and over. We have to change things up. But then he came right back around and he was like, "Well, I gotta sound like my daddy now." And he changed comments and he sort of like contradicted what he said. So I'm like, Stephen Jones, just stop trying to sound like your daddy and talk real football like you know what's going on because things need to change in Dallas. And he basically said it at the beginning of his comments that things need to change, but then at the end, he made the statement that things really don't need to change. You're the closet Dallas Cowboy lover.
Who?
What do you think about Jerry Jones' comments, man?
But first of all, who you talking about? Because I took Mark off, and we know Mark is not in the closet. Well, as a Cowboy fan, but I'm trying to see if he getting his. Okay, I keep seeing we trying to get Mark in here, man, but he keep twisting his camera. So until he get it right, then we'll bring him back. But come on, Jeremiah. Come on, Mark. Jerry is who he is. He's the owner of the plantation, man. He's the owner. Jerry ain't changed stripes. So and Jeremiah, if Jerry Jones told you, Jeremiah Watts, you the coach of the Dallas Cowboys, what you gonna do? I'm gonna pay you. I'm gonna pay you healthy, more money than you ever seen in your life right now.
I'm a coach of Dallas Cowboys,
All right,
but I'm also
and when he have his press conference, what you gonna say?
but
Nothing.
I'm also ain't gonna kowtow
Stop,
to him.
Jeremiah, stop.
No. I'm being real.
Stop.
I'm being real. I'm also gonna tell him, hey, dude, we got to do it A, B, and C, or I ain't gonna be able to coach.
What they said, Jeremiah, that's just it. You wouldn't be sitting there then.
Yeah, I wouldn't be sitting there.
Okay, well, you know, you wouldn't be sitting there.
But it's not shocking on what's going on. We already know the MO. They trying to put a coaching staff together, which they get when they got Eberflus as the defensive coordinator. They picked up the offensive line coach, former offensive line coach from the Cardinals. He's coming over to coach the offensive line of the Dallas Cowboys. My thing is he got fired by the Cardinals, and y'all pick him up to be the offensive line coach for the Dallas Cowboys.
Come on. Well, he got to have somebody that he can control. That
don't make sense neither.
He got to have somebody he can control.
And so I'm waiting to see just who Schottenheimer pick up for offensive coordinator, or is he going to call plays? Is he going to coach and call plays, or he just going to be the head coach and get an offensive coordinator to call plays? That's why I'm waiting to see what he's going to do. I'm hoping that he just coach and get an offensive coordinator to call plays.
It don't matter. Ain't none of he get gonna outcoach any of them coaches in the NFC. None of them.
We already know. Already know we have to get some players. Dallas need players. Dallas need a running back. They need another receiver. They need a number 2 receiver. And they need some defensive backs. And quiet as kept, I think they need 2 corners. I think Diggs is washed up. And the other corner on the other side, I think he washed up. I think Dallas needs a whole new
Bland? You think Bland is washed up?
Bland been washed up. I didn't like
Bland.
Bland is a nickel corner. Bland is not a starting corner. We know that. Bland is a nickel corner.
We do?
See, Mark, that's your face that you make when you already know.
No, I mean, honestly, I don't. I mean, I think
I was never
he's a young player, so he's not washed in age. So he had the injuries. I thought he was he looked pretty solid. He looked pretty solid. Is he a total shutdown guy? No, but I like him. He's a good ball hawking corner. He was the nickel. They needed him there. He did well. Had a good year. Jordan Lewis still showed to be very in the nickel package. So they left it as is. So I don't know where he's just washed.
No,
I don't know.
Washed,
I think he probably needs to get healthy.
I'm not saying just washed up like that. I think sometimes some players are better where they're at, and you try to force them to be in certain spots when that's not where they should be. I like him better at the nickel. I think he's an excellent nickel corner. As that other starting corner, Bland I don't like him there. Bland used to get burnt left and right when he was starting. I don't like him as that other starting corner. I like him better at the nickel. I think he's a good nickel corner. I think he's excellent nickel corner. But as the
don't you think that
corner, I don't think so.
Well,
And
let me ask you: would you not think it's feasible to think that Bland, who is probably a second corner more so than the first? Not to say he's a bad first, but he's better second corner. And you put a strong corner on the side there with when he had Diggs, and Diggs didn't have to have so much safety help, and you give Bland safety help, because that's pretty much how it goes. Ain't nobody really got two corners. Very little. When they got two corners, say, well, they covering theirs. Safeties can play up and cover the middle or blitz more. Or we could just we don't have to we could blitz more. That's why I think Bland probably would be best suited to work out.
no,
No,
I can go with you on that, where he got more safety help over the top.
hey,
Why?
Jeremiah.
Why?
If you look at Vance, even though he got the shades on, you can see when we was talking football. In his mind, we sound like
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hey,
Because
Mark,
he
that's what I'm
womp,
about
he
to say.
ain't
womp,
got
womp,
no
womp.
idea what we talking about.
Crying about
He's
them
not good as
defensive corners
at
that is garbage.
intelligent football talk.
Ain't no
He's not
intelligent.
We
good with
might as
that.
well
There's no
we might as
intelligence.
well
You
been
talking about
speaking
the Dallas
Chinese.
Cowboys
Yeah,
corner.
yeah.
Ain't no way
We might as well have
you're
been
trying to
talking
make
gibberish to
yourself.
him.
You trying to make yourself intelligent by talking about a Dallas Cowboy raggedy corner.
Well,
Please,
hey, let me ask you what team? Hey, what team could
you
we
got an
talk about
owner
that you
that
would understand?
that hired a coach that nobody wanted. Come on, man, stop. Let's talk about the Super Bowl.
Hey,
The Cowboys is
hold on,
done.
this is what now.
Done.
Now hold on. I'm supposed to defend some stuff. This
Okay.
is what when people say he hired a coach that nobody wanted. How many coaches knew about Sean McVay when he was hired?
But you said that, Jeremiah.
Who heard the name Sean McVay before he was hired by the LA Rams?
Okay. Well, okay. I don't know. But
Exactly.
what you said, Jeremiah.
Ain't no but to it. Ain't no but to it. You don't know.
I just repeated what Jeremiah said. Nobody wanted him. He was on nobody's radar.
Didn't hear me say you didn't hear me say he hired somebody that nobody wanted.
Yes,
that's not what I said.
Yes, that's what he said.
That's not.
No, that's not what I said.
Not what he said.
It's on tape. Remember, it's on tape.
Yeah, it's on tape.
It sure is, and you don't even have to read it. All you gotta do is listen.
Okay. But why though? But why are we talking about the raggedy Dallas Cowboys? For real?
Because you love to talk about them. You are, hey, don't act like you ain't always got something to say about them. So why are we talking about the raggedy Cowboys? Because you talk about the Cowboys more than we do.
The Philadelphia Eagles coach Sirianni. Who heard about Sirianni before the Eagles hired him? Nobody.
Okay.
People bring, but look, Jeremiah, we ain't got to explain it to him. We know. Vance is on that hater. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it is. He gonna say,
The redhead and what's the quarterback? The last quarterback. Okay, he had Jason Garrett. Who's the other coach before with Jason Garrett? The quarterback, Tony Romo.
Hey man, hey, it's your story. You tell me.
Okay, man, my bad.
All right,
my bad.
Okay,
Jason Garrett, Tony Romo.
Hey, y'all listen to Drone's Big Dog Picks on TAAN TV, the African American Network. We have a local feel and a global reach. All right, y'all. We had some conference championship games last week. Can we play it, Jeremiah? What we gonna play?
Huh?
What we gonna play?
Oh, hold on. How about this?
Drone's Big Dog Picks. Let's get it! Match up for the week, here's the scoop. Your boy Drone keep getting the loot. Underdog, who will prevail? Stay tuned, Drone about to tell.
What it do, baby? What it do? Y'all know what time it is. It's time for Drone's Big Dog Picks, and we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, baby. It's time for the conference championship games. You got AFC, you got the Buffalo Bills against the Kansas City Chiefs. You got NFC, you got the surprising Washington Commanders versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Man, I don't know what's going to happen because you got two good games. And I'm telling you right now, to be the man, you gotta beat the man, like Ric Flair says. Woo! So you know who I'm going with. I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Conference game. And the NFC Conference game, I can care less because I don't like neither one of these teams. But hey, I'm going with the hot hand. I'm going with Jalen Daniels and then Washington Commanders all day long, baby. I'm going with the Washington Commanders beat the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Championship game. So Super Bowl, in my opinion, is going to be the Washington Commanders against the Kansas City Chiefs, the young buck against the veteran, and Patrick Mahomes. 2 dogs. Drone's big dog pick. Peace.
Now you want to play that, and now you heard what I said at the beginning. I can care less about which one of these teams win.
Why?
Because I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. I can care less about the Philadelphia Eagles, the Philadelphia Beagles, and the Washington G.I. Joes.
Pretty much.
The two teams that was in the NFC Championship.
I went with the hot hand, even though I already knew most likely the Philadelphia Beagles was gonna win. But I went with the Washington G.I. Joes, and what you heard what I said. I'm going with Jalen Daniels.
I see you trying to see why.
And I'm not ashamed of that.
I hear you.
I ain't got no problem with it.
I hear you.
At least I did pick, and I picked before the game.
Would you?
I didn't wait till after the game starts or wait till after the game is over.
Well, I picked because when I picked my fantasy would have showed you would have led to them Eagles and them Chiefs. It was all over my fantasy.
So, how much you win, Vance?
I won a little bit. Yeah, I can't, the tax people look at me. I can't. Hey.
But like I said,
sure.
The Washington Commanders, they couldn't stop Saquon Barkley,
right?
And Jalen Hurts. It wasn't because of Jalen Hurts' passing game. It was because of that running game, and Carter on defense. They didn't have no answer for him, and that's what it was. And Washington Commanders showed that they did not have enough help against a superior team that had another hot hand, and that's all that happened. That's all that happened. That's what happened.
Pretty much.
Simple as that.
You had two teams playing in the NFC Championship, and one of them belonged, the other one did not.
Yeah.
But Detroit can't beat Washington.
It's simple as that. It wasn't a big. It wasn't like it was no big amazing thing that just went off. Jalen Daniels could not pull it off.
Well, according to you, Sirianni is such a great coach, and you got the veteran.
Hold on. Who said Sirianni was a great coach?
You did.
When?
When
did you hear me say that?
The last segment.
Hey, Jeremiah, he heard you say it at the same time Jalen Hurts said it.
Jeremiah, come on, man. Is it okay?
No. You did not hear me say Sirianni was a great coach. What you heard me say was didn't nobody hear about Sirianni neither when he got the head coaching job at Philly.
Hey, so you got that on tape, Vance? Did you want to play the tape on that?
He said that.
Great coach didn't come out of my mouth.
Did you want to play that tape again?
No.
You already got folded up on your own videotape already. You want to do it again? Come on, man. Come on, you can do it again.
He knew that's what he was doing with it.
I'm sure that was the next one. I'm sure the next one's the one you got with the receipts. Go ahead, show that video. Go ahead.
We're gonna go back and show the other video.
That's what I thought.
So, like I said, Philly had a good game plan, and they worked their game plan to perfection, and Washington didn't have an answer. What you say, Mark?
There's no way that rookie should beat him. There was no way that rookie quarterback should have beat him.
Well, team wise, they didn't have
And they
enough,
did.
and they didn't have enough to beat him. But again, respect to Jaden Daniels, he played admirably as a rookie quarterback. Running game, Washington didn't have. Defensively, they had nothing in the line that could stop the run. It's a big offensive line for the Eagles, man, and they're blocking well for Barkley. And if you see it when he's getting these runs, he's got Pop Warner size holes, man. You know, so and that's a good thing. You know, that's what they're supposed to do.
And when Payne got hurt, and they said he couldn't, the defensive line, starting defensive lineman, they run stopper for Washington, and they said he wasn't going to play. That opened the hole even more.
That sealed the fate that was already sealed anyway. Resealed it. So, you know, what was that? I mean, again, I think team wise, on paper wise, the Lions are the better team, but when it gets on that field, there's a mojo that franchise has over the Lions. I'm telling you, I've seen plenty of times where you see the better team play them.
Championships, Mark. Defense wins championships.
Did you Google that phrase? Okay. Defense, well, of course it does. It does.
But let's be true. It wasn't really the defense.
It wasn't the defense
of the Eagles that really stopped Washington.
No,
he said Dallas. Really he said. I mean, he was talking the other game.
I'm talking about Detroit. Yeah,
Detroit.
No, I mean, look, I understand Detroit lost some players due to injury and stuff like that, but they had been playing solid defense. The way they played defense on Washington was atrocious. It was atrocious. In fact, they didn't play defense.
So, what you got to say about the Washington Eagle and Philadelphia game, Vance?
Nothing.
It went the way it should have went. There shouldn't be no way that the Eagles and your coach Sirianni should let a rookie quarterback beat them in the NFC Championship game. There's no way, and they did it. And secondly, too, I knew it was going to be a little different because if you look at Washington's road, first game, where was that? Tampa. Nice, sweet. No weather, no nothing. Pretty. Tampa.
And Tampa wasn't no good. They just got in the playoffs because somebody from East Division has to go.
Okay, you can add that. Secondly, where'd they go? Detroit in the dome, 70 degrees, nothing. And in the third game, the championship game. Where was the championship game?
But about 80 miles away from their home.
That's what I'm saying. Same type of weather.
So
it wasn't the weather.
So they don't play in a dome in Washington, and it's literally actually I'm sorry, it's about 80 to 100 miles away from DC.
All right.
And it's the same weather that was going on in DC that was going on in Philly.
Hold on, Mark. So help me try to figure where you're going with this, because it's the same weather they play in.
There is no help. There's no help to figure.
Their games when you go down to Tampa, man, you got suited with that. Then your next game was in Detroit, and then you went to Philly. That changes, bro. I don't care what you say.
Well, I guess you're trying to say because Washington was able to win because they played in a more comfortable setting in Tampa Bay, and then they played in a dome. Okay,
they had a better chance.
But I would say that Washington played an inferior team in Tampa when they got down. Hell, we beat Tampa, beat them easily. And then you go to Detroit. Cowboys beat them easily.
But they was in the playoffs. Tampa was. In the playoffs.
I'm saying to you is that I'm saying to you.
Well, I'm saying. What are you talking about?
Gee, Monilli. I'm saying to you, Vance. Of the teams that have won the divisions in the NFC, we got spanked. We played the one NFC, played the one division winner in the Tampa Bay Bucks, and we spanked them. That's how terrible Tampa Bay is. The other thing too, going into the dome, yeah, that's even playing field other than the noise from there. And but if you're trying to utilize the weather situation to say that Washington isn't able to play into that type of cold, or you're thinking that because it was a difference. But Vance, so let me ask you this, Vance.
Philadelphia played at home.
Right. But let me ask you this, Vance. Just curious. When they played Tampa, after they played Tampa, how many days was it between the Tampa game and the Detroit game?
They weren't working outside. I bet they
No,
didn't.
I asked you a question.
How many days?
I asked you how many days was between it? Was it a week?
Yeah, it was like,
Okay.
yeah,
So then since it was a week, and then also between Detroit and the Eagles, it was also another week, right?
yes.
So you had weeks between. Do you think that Washington practiced in a dome?
I bet they practice
Do
inside.
you think they practiced in a
I
dome?
bet they practice inside.
So do you think Philadelphia practiced outside?
I don't know where Philly
Okay. All
played
right.
their game.
Hey, Jeremiah.
They
I
played
got
they
Jeremiah. You
played
don't
their
you
playoff
Jeremiah. You
game
know where I'm going with this,
outside
and you get
at
where he's
home.
not trying. You get where he's not trying to answer. So
What?
let's move on. We got that. He doesn't know what he's talking. He's just bringing up stuff. He's making up
Bro,
stuff.
you just
Put your shades back on.
making up
Put
little
no.
scenarios.
Yeah. I'm the one making up scenarios.
But
Put your
did you
shades
watch
back
the
on.
game?
Put your
Our ne-
shades
our
back on.
our next game we had was the Buffalo
I'm
Bills.
from DC. I know what goes on there. Let's go.
Buffalo Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
Bet they practice inside.
Buffalo
Yeah.
Bills,
They practice inside that outside field that they got out there. I know.
they had an opportunity, but they got, to me, I think they got away from what they've been doing the whole season. They got away from that run game. And I just think the mystique of playing Kansas City Chiefs, it's in their heads, especially during the playoffs. It's not necessarily the regular season. It's just playing the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs. It's in their head that if they cannot overcome that, the Chiefs, and now they've lost 4 in a row, and probably next year they might end up losing or not even going to the championship game because they got to start over a whole new streak. It goes in fours. They went to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row and lost 4 years. Now they went to the AFC Championship game 4 years, lost to the Chiefs 4 years in a row. Now I got to start all over and start another streak. So they'll probably lose first round next year. They won't lose against the Chiefs because they ain't gonna make it to the Chiefs because they got to start over a whole new streak against a 4-year streak against the Chiefs. Right? But I think it's coaching. They got out coached.
Now that you finally said something.
McDermott got out coached.
Hey, Jeremiah, you want to change your statement because Vance agrees with it.
But you finally said
if he agrees with it, then you know it's
talking about.
if he agrees with it, you know it's nonsense.
Well, all that other mess he's talking about.
He got out coached. They got out schemed. Sooner or later, it seemed like you adjust and stop going tush push to the left, especially when you got Cooks on the bench. And why you got Cook on the bench and still are running him, I never know each time. And so it was just, you got out coached in crucial times and crucial moments. It was almost as if the Bills wasn't prepared and they panicked.
You think they weren't prepared? You think they weren't prepared?
That's what it seems like, man. It seems like they weren't prepared because it's just mind-boggling, man.
It was a good game, so they were prepared. I think it was just that close that they couldn't afford to have that lapse that they got at that time.
This is why I say it's not prepared, because it's just mind-boggling that you run tush push 6 times and you keep going to the left and you got your star running back on the bench each time.
Well, Jeremiah, let's do this.
That's just mind-boggling to me.
I got you, but I got to say this. Since we're both Cowboys fans, longtime Cowboys fans, and when we had put yourself on mute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Put yourself on mute.
Like that, Mark.
Put yourself on. Like that. Put yourself on mute.
I'm gonna have to, but don't do me like that.
Vance, relax. When we had Emmitt Smith, we ran Emmitt Smith. We ran him up the gut over there. We ran him behind Eric Williams and what's my man's name? Jeez, I can't say his name. On the left guard, Nate Newton. We ran behind there. Yeah, and they knew it was coming. You run behind. You run where you can run, and you know that. But again, and to be really real with you, even though it's inches, that spot was not good. That was not a good spot.
Okay, one
I
time.
think he got the yardage on that. And if he and what then I say this, if he got the right spot and they got the first down, would you be complaining about that call?
I'm not complaining about none of the calls.
Well, I'm saying you say he gone to the same side, but I think he got the yardage to get the first down.
I think that I complain about the tush push period. I
Oh,
think
okay,
that they need
okay,
to do.
okay.
I think they need to do something different. I don't think that you need to give your star running back on the sideline, and your star running back is getting 4-5 yards a carry.
I mean, I get that. I get that.
And you don't make no adjustment.
Stop, Jeremiah.
I
Stop.
get what you're saying.
Stop.
I
Man.
get what you're
Bo
saying.
Nix does the same thing. Even with the Eagles tush push, they run it the same way every time.
Hold on.
Every time. And they got the baddest running back.
No. Let's talk different. The Eagles run the tush push. Jalen Hurts does not go the same direction every time. He do switch
goes
it up.
straight. What are you talking about? He goes straight.
Sometimes he might go straight. He might go to the right. It all depends. All depends. All depends on where the weak side is. And then for the most part, they make it. They don't miss.
Well, okay, but during the regular season, Josh Allen was making it.
But in the
and I believe the referees gave the Buffalo Bills a bad spot.
Well, yeah, you could say that, but it was so close and so hard to see, though.
I would tell you this much: that ref that was right there gave him a bad spot. The one that was on the left side of the left side of their offense.
I will say this, Mark: if they had spotted it where he made the first down, I don't think they would have reversed it and said he didn't.
Right. And the funny thing too is the other ref on the other line just saw it and had him on the line, had him on the first down line.
So I think either way, it wouldn't have been reversed because it was that close on either side.
Right.
I think the one in front probably had a better view because he seen the ball, where the one in back didn't see the ball. He
could at least see Mahomes. I mean, I'm sorry, Allen, and just the lean forward he got there. But it's neither here nor there. But yeah, I'm not mad at the play. I do get what you mean, Jerry. And I don't mean to say it to Castle. I get what you're saying, but I think he got the yardage, and I'm not going to complain about the call because they've been succeeding on that play all year long. Why are we going? We'll criticize them for saying, why are you going away from what works?
Well, yeah, a lot of people would, but my thing is, if you
are you trying to say you wouldn't?
No, I wouldn't. If you done ran this play 4 times, and it'd be different if you didn't have your running back on the sideline each time. You don't try your running back not one time, and he's getting 4-5 yards a carry. You don't try him not once.
They don't do that with Saquon. They tush push.
They do run Saquon every now and then.
No, when it's a tush push, they tush push, brother. Wherever it is, it don't have to be a goal line tush push. Wherever it is to get that 1 inch or 1 yard, whatever they're trying to get, man. And they have Saquon back there. But why can't you give Kansas City credit of being a good team?
I'm not. It's not.
Why can't you just say Kansas City is a good team?
Who said I'm not giving?
You said what's your name is better?
I said they got out coached.
Well, that's what happened.
If I'm saying they get out coached, ain't that me saying Kansas City is a good team?
You said Buffalo was a better team.
That ain't what I said.
No, you did.
Hey, Vance, play that back.
Oh, Jesus have mercy. What are you hearing today, Vance? What are you hearing
Van, hey,
today,
Vance, play that back. Go ahead, play it back.
Vance is hearing things
Why
today.
can't you guys give Kansas City and say they just about
I'm not.
it's a
I'm not.
good team this
Don't
year?
put you guys there because I haven't taken anything away from either one or gave an assessment. I've disagreed with the fact that
Especially in the playoffs.
I thought the call that Buffalo made was
Okay,
fine. I was fine with it.
Okay, so let's see what y'all picking for the Super Bowl.
But
We
I
pick
do
up for Super Bowl next week.
I do think I think Kansas City and what they do, I think they are mentally, I think they're prepared for crucial moments. I think they don't panic. But also I think they take the lead of Chris Jones and also of Patrick Mahomes, because these are two players that really don't panic no matter what
Jeremiah,
the
I don't see
situation
that
is.
Buffalo panic. I'm sorry to cut you. I don't see that Buffalo panic. I see they tried to play that didn't work out for them. They couldn't get that first down. I mean, and it's funny because I kind of forget if you were to be critical of something, I would have been more, and I can't remember, but I would have been more critical of the third down play.
Which one?
Before their attempt to tush push. I forget what that was that they ran, but. Well, and probably so when you said because I don't think Cook was in there for that, and I think they gave it to the other running back.
Yeah, they had one series where Cook was out like 2-3 plays in a row.
Now I would like to find out whether Cook really needed some rest or what was he a little dinged or was he being treated for something? I don't know.
Yeah, but the replacement was he did just as good.
No, he didn't do just as good. So
yeah, he did.
Vance, mute yourself.
Vance.
Jeez. You apparently you didn't watch the game.
Yards every time. So what are you saying?
Okay.
Now,
Vance.
Davis and what's the other cat name? They did okay.
Vance, stop, Vance, stop.
You don't think they played okay?
Vance, stop. Cook was averaging 5 yards a carry, dude.
Vance. That's like
5 yards a pop.
That's like
that other running back was not getting 5 yards a pop.
That's like the Dallas Cowboys putting Ron Springs in instead of Tony Dorsett during a crucial moment.
Exactly.
Ron Springs might be getting 3 yards, but it's crucial moments.
The crucial moment
they didn't use Tony Dorsett or Ron Springs.
They didn't use Cook in the crucial moment. What are you talking about?
How?
They didn't use him in the crucial moment. They didn't use Cook.
I know that's the problem.
Jeremiah.
So it wasn't going to happen.
Jeremiah.
It wasn't going to happen. They didn't think that of him. Evidently, they didn't think that of Cook.
Okay, all right.
They thought more of Josh Allen and his the game.
Who the backup? What's his name?
Crucial yards.
Who the backup?
All season.
Who the backup? What's his name? What's the backup name?
Davis.
You think of Kenneth Davis backing up Thurman Thomas?
What are you talking about?
He remembered Kenneth Davis, and he thought it was Kenneth Davis. No, Kenneth Davis was Thurman Thomas's backup.
What are you talking about?
That's the same question we asked you. What are you talking about?
Okay.
No, Vance. I know you want to give. I know you want to give credit.
What his name?
Vance. I know you want to give credit to Kansas City. And
so Cook shouldn't have been in there.
What's his name, Jeremiah?
No. Cook should not have been.
Hey, Vance, for real? I'm not speaking for Jeremiah. I'm gonna say this. Nobody gives a damn what that backup running back's name was. He ain't Cook. Okay, so
they've been using him all year.
They have been using him, but he's not
the
Cook.
Same situation.
Okay, all right.
And he was coming through all year.
What's the next topic?
He was coming through all year.
What's the next topic, Jeremiah?
What's
What's the next topic? Because I do gotta get. Hey, Vance,
you want to talk about your head coach? You want to talk about your head coach? You want to talk about your running back? What you want to talk about, Mark?
Hey, okay. Next week we're gonna talk about the Super Bowl. Next week we're gonna make our Super Bowl picks. Next week, before the Super Bowl, we got a whole nother week.
Vance is gonna make his pick. Vance gonna make his pick in 2 weeks.
Well, but we're coming down to the nitty-gritty. Next week is the trade deadline for the NBA, and two hot commodities for the trade deadline is De'Aaron Fox and uh, Butler. Do you think Miami's going to go ahead and trade Butler? I think they will. And where do you think Butler would be a good fit? And where do you think De'Aaron Fox will be a good fit? What you say, Mark?
One, I don't think Butler's a good fit anywhere because he keeps moving. When you see a player that continues to move, it's you. It's you. Not to say he can't play the game, but it's you. And he's acting the way he's acting. Miami definitely better trade him. It'd be stupid not to. So they're trying to find a suitor. Darren Fox, it looks like though he wants to get to San Antonio. I don't know where his contract is, but if I was Sacramento, I'd be like, you can kiss my tootie. I'm not trading you within the Western Conference. You're gonna get to San Antonio on your own ticket. We not paying. We not paying for that flight.
Okay, another question. This is will Bradley Beal still be at Phoenix Suns after February 6th?
He should have been back. They should have sent him back to Washington.
No, we don't need him.
Dude.
He's not straight doo-doo, man.
Yeah,
he just
yeah, he is. He's worse than
well, he's not a straight doo-doo in the sense here, Vance. You don't know basketball and understand, but they don't have a real they don't have a real point guard to set him up and allow him to do certain things. You have another guard that essentially is going to take shots from him to get in rhythm to be able to get the ball bunch. And if it comes down to who's going to get the ball between Beal and Booker's going to get the lion's share of the shots. So
because rumor has it that he might end up in Milwaukee. Do you think that would be a good fit?
No, I wouldn't want Beal. I wouldn't want Beal.
Well, that's fine, Vance. If you don't want him, that must mean he's good. So the thing is that
you cheer for the Cowboys.
I would say that
you're a Cowboy fan.
I don't know whether Milwaukee is the right place for him or not, because again, he's not going to get shots with Antetokounmpo and Dame Lillard. He's not going to get those. It's the same situation, just different people.
Should he get shots before Middleton?
Middleton, they say Middleton is on the
Middleton is washed, man. He's not doing anything.
He's on the trading block.
Those injuries, I think, have taken his toll, and time and nutrition have taken his toll for him.
And Beal,
I would say for Beal, to be honest with you, send him to Sacramento. I'd say Sacramento.
I don't know. Maybe, yeah. I
don't
know. Now Jeremiah, Vance just said something that was really accurate. You know, when he said, "I don't know," the most accurate thing he could ever say out of his mouth. I don't know.
Now LaMelo Ball is rumors about LaMelo Ball being on a trading block.
I think he's fine right where it is, where he can get all those little goofy ass shots he wants, man.
What? Hey, man, you've never been a LaMelo Ball fan.
I don't have a problem with it, but I mean, here's what. I mean, you guys know, well, maybe Vance, but anyway, you guys know. You see that guy that plays on a team. He puts up buckets. He's exciting. He does all this good stuff. You can say he can play. He can ball, but the team don't win.
Should the Lakers go after Lonzo? I mean, should the Lakers go after LaMelo?
And I'm late because I'm not.
LaMelo? For what?
Where would he fit in at? Because he's not going to have the ball in his hand to do all that stuff that with LeBron there. He's not going to get to do all that stuff. He's not going to get to do all that stuff. And if you try to tame him, what good is he? You know, when it was back in the day when he was a little boy and I watched him, he was like 12, 13 years old, and he was playing with Lonzo and LiAngelo. Yeah, they were getting all the shots. All he had to do was find a place and shoot the shot from behind. He used to shoot it from the back of his head like Jack Sigma. And he used to knock it down. I would say he was a better shooter. but he's not become that pure shooter that I thought he was going to be. If he had put himself into that kind of position, okay, yeah, now you can play with Beal. I mean, I'm sorry, you can play with LeBron, you can play with Davis, so now they can kick it to you and you can catch and knock it down. But he's not a catch and knock it down guy. He got to dribble, drive, do all this other stuff here. That doesn't help you win. Now, if he gonna change his game, because he putting up what he averaging 28 points a game now.
Yeah,
Why is
27.
he going? Why? At this young age, he's not going to give. He's not going to give up the position to be able to score that much.
Hmm.
He got to be. He's not going to be number 3. He's not going away to be number 3. He's not going away to be number 3.
Interesting. Interesting.
Bill took that to be a number 3 because I mean that's what that is. But I've said to Bill, I like Bill, like him. I appreciate his time of being with us. But he wasn't that guy that people wanted to say. For whatever reason, people didn't want to pay attention and give John Wall his credit. John Wall was the number 1 guy on that team. Bill was the number 2. He's a number 2 at best.
And it was garbage. The
All right,
squad was
we
garbage.
must get off here with this last question. I know neither one of y'all might not answer. But Caitlin Clark said that she will not be a participant in the NBA All-Star Weekend. She said her first time participating in an All-Star Weekend will be with the WNBA All-Star Weekend, shooting a in the 3-point contest. She said she's going to push that league before she pushed the NBA. Good call, bad call. Either one. What do y'all think? Good call, bad call by Caitlin.
Go Vance, quickly.
I think. Wow, if I was her, maybe I would do it. Only because the All-Star game is going to have a lot of eyes on that could follow her to her All-Star game. So to the women's game.
What'd you say, Mark?
Well, Vance did make something point there, and I just kind of was thinking. I said, I think there's something else to that. I think there's another reason why she's not going. Why wouldn't you? Because the WNBA is the women's NBA, and to not promote it where you're going to be seen with more eyes, and you got fans of people who watch the NBA. So why would you turn that down? You're not making
to win too. She don't have to win.
You're not making the WNBA better by turning down doing an NBA event, an NBA event that has been catered to the mixture of both WNBA players.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's something else to it.
I think I heard what Vance said about fans following, but what we're seeing and what they seen last year, you had more eyes and more viewership at the women's WNBA than you had at the men's NBA All-Star Weekend.
I mean, the men's All-Star is
and the followers that she has, she's not going over and participating in the NBA is not going to get her no more followers in the WNBA All-Star game. She's already got them.
Right. So,
you saying she couldn't gain no more NBA fans?
I don't think it would. I don't think this would hurt her, or definitely would do more to help her than would hurt. To promote wherever you got more eyes on you, got more eyes on you.
It will help the NBA get viewers for their All-Star Weekend, more than it will help her, because the NBA All-Star Weekend is tanking. Their viewership.
Okay. So, but if she went over there and showed out, okay,
it will help the NBA.
It helped.
But it ain't gonna do nothing for the WNBA. It's not gonna do nothing for the WNBA.
It'll definitely put a star on it.
It's not gonna do nothing it's not gonna do nothing for the WNBA All-Star Weekend.
Hey! At this point, who cares? Anyway,
there you go.
Let me say this on our way out, because Vance wanted me to get into this. If you see, for me right now, I'm in Pasadena, and if you look behind me in those hills, that's the Altadena. That's just beyond. If you see, I'm at Pasadena High School behind me. Just on the other side, in that particular angle that I'm pointing at, is Eden Canyon. It's just beyond there, probably not even a mile, but it's just probably a half a mile behind there in that area, Eden Canyon. It's pretty much, you can look and see If you see those houses up in those hills there, if you can see it, those houses set up, all that's part of Eden Canyon, going all across there to the right, back that way as well. And if you can look up in those up in the hills here, you see it black, and it looks like there's a shade. There's no shade because look, there's no buildings over here, so that's not shade. That's fire. That's burnt. All that. There was a lot more trees there than it was. So this fire was very, very massive. In the hills out there, the people are still not really able to go back to their homes. Um, Vance and Jeremiah showed, I shared a video. You can look on my page, Mark Howard, no joke, on Facebook, and I have videos of the area. But yeah, no, and right here, if you look at Pasadena High, yesterday was the first day the kids were allowed back to school. They did it in phases because in this direction, not behind me, but on the other side facing y'all, is Pasadena. So they went with the schools going up. So if you don't know, Altadena is an unincorporated part of LA above Pasadena. It doesn't have the municipality of Pasadena Police or Pasadena Fire Department. It's part of the county, Los Angeles County, but the students there, the kids they attend. It's all part of Pasadena Unified School District. So so many kids here have lost homes, and again, this is Pasadena where the Rose Parade ends. You see Pasadena right there. So we're just getting back. As I'm coaching, we had our first home game yesterday. My team won. And we're gonna have another home game Saturday. So we're getting together. Season's almost over, and we'll get to the playoffs, win the league, and hopefully win CIF championship. But yeah, it's devastating here. So many people have lost homes. It's just, as I said before, it's not a matter of who lost their home in Altadena. It's who didn't lose their home.
Wow.
It really is. It's who didn't lose their home. I talked to one of the guys, a mechanic, and a Latino guy, and he's got three family members up in Altadena, and they all lost house. He lives further out in the Antelope Valley, and he said they're all at his house. And look, no total pun, forgive me, but he having all his family in there, he about to set that house on fire.
I can
So,
only imagine. Lord have mercy.
so definitely, and just the same thing as like people who didn't lose their homes, they can't even get back to their house. Like my assistant coach, he doesn't live far from here, back behind me in that direction. He actually ironically lives 3 houses away from a house I used to live in. And none of that's been burned, but the ash and what they have to do. He's at least 3 more weeks away from getting to his home, they said. Getting back into his home. They're
So
still staying
so
in a hotel.
so is what because President Trump was there, and people are complaining, saying because they can't get to their homes because the city won't allow them to, and he's saying he don't understand why the city won't allow them to get back in their homes. Is the city making a good move by not allowing them to go back and work to get back in their homes, or should they be allowed to go ahead and go back and work?
Well, first of all, pardon me, Vance, but that asshole wouldn't know the difference between his hands and his butt if he grabbed both of them. So the fact is that what he's talking about is just listening to the families who are complaining about trying to get back to their homes, and wants to sound like, well, I'm for them. Well, they should be able to get back to their homes. And then as he tried to contradict what Mayor Bass saying, well, we have to get all the stuff in there to clean the things out. Well, we don't need to do it, government. They could do it themselves. They want to do it themselves. Of course, it sounds like the right thing to do, but who's going to go clean the house? There's so much asbestos, and these are old homes. There's so much asbestos, the toxins and things like that are going on here. There's a reason. There's a reason behind all this. So crying and complaining because you want to get in your home because you're stupid. Unfortunately, there were people, who lost their lives because they still want to go in there and try to fight, stay, and save their home with their garden hose. And they died from the smoke inhalation. Now, God rest their soul, and more power to them. But again, there's some things you got to realize, this isn't going to happen It's going to happen when it's when it's supposed to happen. Because if they say you can go back in your home, and then people start finding out 20 years later, people die from all this inhalation of stuff, and they got cancer. Then you're gonna see messages. Hey, were you part of the Altadena fires, and you developed cancer from going back home too soon? So no, we couldn't get back into this school here. We could not get back into this school here until the environmentalists came in here and said that it was clear and it was safe. So no, I get people want to get back to their home. My coach, our varsity coach, he went over to his home. He snuck in when he couldn't get up in the Altadena. He found a way to get through here, and he went to his home and he stayed. He stayed there for 7 days in the dark with no power, simply because they were looting, and he wanted to protect his home. And on a sadder note too, as well, he just buried his mother last December, and her house burned down.
Wow.
So Um, so all the people that's crying about what they want to do and they want to go in there and do this, that, and the third, hey, sneak your way up there and go up there if you want to. Shut up. They're trying to do it. They're trying to do it right for you and make sure that it's safe for you to go back to your home where you can live and live comfortably, and your children can live comfortably. But you want to complain, and everybody wants to. Please, he wants to politicize something like that, just like he did with the accident in D.C.
But I'm just because
No, I appreciate your question. I just know.
he say a lot of stuff, and I know there's more to it, and a lot of people ain't coming out saying a lot more to it, and they showing snippet bits. But when you got, you don't have the equipment that's needed to move a house that doesn't burn completely down, how you gonna move it all?
Right, right. And the thing is, you got to understand.
You got
Again,
chemicals and everything else that done burnt up.
right, right. And the thing is, you got to understand, when he came here, he was trying to embarrass, and all of the Republicans, they were trying to embarrass Mayor Bass, a black woman who's not a Republican, and try to make her look bad. And all these fools out here talking about, well, now they mad because, oh, well, Mayor Bass went on a trip to so. Yes, it was a planned trip that she was supposed to be going on. Do you think they can forecast fires like this? And you could tell it was going to be this massive? And again, as I mentioned to you, Altadena is incorporated as part of what? LA County. LA County. What's next to it? Pasadena City. Pasadena is this right here where I'm saying that in Pasadena. I'm not in LA. Mayor Bass is not my mayor. There's a mayor here in Pasadena. So it's different there. Now, county wise, I don't know whether that's a mayor's jurisdiction or not, because again, it's county incorporated. It's not part of Los Angeles City. It isn't LAPD up there. It's Los Angeles Sheriff's Department, LA County Sheriffs. It's not LA Fire Department. It's the county fire department. So you could talk about this here, and then you got Pacific Palisades, which I don't know if it's its own municipality. Some cities are cities, but they're part of LA. Okay. Places like you see in the San Fernando Valley, like Encino, North Hollywood, they're cities, but that's, you address yourself in North Hollywood, you address yourself in Encino, but that's Los Angeles. LAPD, LA Unified School District, LA Fire Department. You know what I'm saying? They vote for the mayor. So you got to understand whose jurisdiction is and understand the whole dynamic that people are trying to use. And at the end of the day, it's like, who cares about all that, man? We're trying to get these people to their homes, man.
So, all right. Thank y'all for listening to Drones Big Dog Picks on TAAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach. Hey, Vance, put the flyer up to show what's happening in San Antonio next weekend. All right, y'all see that?
All right, take it, man. I'm out.
2 nights of laughs at the Upstage Comedy Lounge, February 7th and 8th, Friday and Saturday. Friday 7:30, Saturday at 7:30. We will have Ambrose Jones, the comedian stylist of Ambrose Jones, and the comedian stylist of Courtney Goldie Jackson at the Upstage Comedy Lounge. You don't want to miss it. Tickets only $20. You see 2 powerful comedy acts for $20. Fellas, that's only $10 a piece. That's it. That's a cheap date. Get your girl and come to the comedy show at the Upstage Comedy Lounge. February 7th and 8th. Peace out. All right, Vance. Peace out, man.
All right, all right.
Yeah, who can tell me I'm wrong for how I'm getting this paper? Life is hell when you ain't getting mail and ain't nobody gon' save us. So I can really give a damn if you think that I'm wrong or right. I'm a hustle all day. I'm a hustle all night. Don't get agitated.